Everyone online decided she was the villain, the girl who left her boyfriend of 3 years for his best friend. But this week, she finally explained what actually happened, and it flips the entire story. Let's go through it, start to finish, because this saga has more layers than people realize. If you're not caught up, Arthur Lima and Giovanna Alencar, known online as Alencarzao, were one of the biggest couples in Brazilian TikTok. For about 3 years, they built their whole platform together. Dance videos, couple content, the classic influencer relationship arc. Arthur's sitting at over 20 million followers. Giovanna's at 18 million. This wasn't some small internet romance. Every video they posted together was pulling 5 million plus views easily. They were, for a lot of people, the TikTok couple. So, when things ended, it was never going to end quietly. Back in
Hoje
June,
então, né?
Arthur
Nem tem
posted the
noção
breakup
do que tá
announcement
acontecendo.
himself, and he kept
Sendo
it
que,
calm.
infelizmente,
No
eu
accusations,
tenho que
no
falar aqui
drama.
a
He
respeito
basically
dos
said,
fãs de
relationships have a beginning and an end. This is ours. There's no disrespect here. Everyone's okay. That's it. That's all fans got. No real reason, no context. Just, it's over. And when a couple that big breaks up with zero explanation, the internet doesn't just accept that and move on. People started digging, speculating, picking sides before anyone had said anything real. Then, the story took a turn. Giovanna started spending a lot of time with Diamant Blazy, a basketball player and influencer who, importantly, was Arthur's friend. Not a stranger, not some random guy, someone who'd built alongside both of them. And that's when the internet turned on her. Edits started flooding TikTok. Arthur shown crying, looking heartbroken, while Giovanna and Diamant were seen getting closer, packing on the PDA and videos. The narrative wrote itself. She left him for his best friend. People called her a snake. It went from a quiet breakup to an international pile-on in a matter of weeks. Remember, Diamant's got 11.6 million followers of his own, so this wasn't staying contained to one fan base. After weeks of that speculation, Giovanna finally posted a lengthy video explaining her actual side. And her story is very different from, she left him for his best friend. She says the relationship itself was toxic, frequent fighting on a regular basis. She claims Arthur isolated her from her own friends and family, and that he was controlling in specific ways, dictating where she could go, who she was allowed to film content with, and even which paid jobs she could take. That last part matters a lot in this space, because your income literally depends on the collabs and brand deals you're allowed to say yes to. She also brought up a specific incident tied to the 2026 World Cup. According to her, she had work already booked around the event, and Arthur refused to let her go, and then turned around and went to the World Cup himself without telling her. So, according to Giovanna, this wasn't a woman chasing his best friend. This was someone who was already unhappy, already isolated, already fighting for control over her own career. And the friendship with Diamant came after all of that, not because of it. Diamant Blazy also spoke up around the same time. His version lines up with hers on the timing. He says he ended the friendship with Arthur first because of how Arthur treated their mutual friends, not because of Giovanna. And he specifically claims the relationship with Giovanna only started after that friendship was already over. So, both of them are telling a story where the betrayal timeline the internet assumed, friend swoops in, steals the girl, just isn't accurate. As of right now, Arthur hasn't responded publicly to any of this. No rebuttal, no counterstatement, nothing. So we genuinely only have one full side of the story on record. Which is exactly why I'm not going to sit here and tell you who's right. What I can tell you is the sequence of events as both of them have laid it out publicly, and it's a lot messier, and honestly more human, than snake steals boyfriend's best friend. If Arthur responds, I'll be back with a follow-up. Let me know in the comments which version you're buying, and subscribe if you want to catch that update the second it drops.